A very good morning to each and everyone. How are you all doing?
Thank you.
All right. All right. Very good. So, my dear students, in the previous session, we have completed the workbook exercises. And today we are going to begin with lesson number 10. And as instructed in the morning, please be ready with your literature textbook on page number 13. Page number 13. Please take page number 13. 1313. Yes, of course, Kalbi. We are done with part 1. That is over now. And today we are going to begin with lesson number 10. The title of the lesson is Finding the Man Cub. Finding the Man Cub. Before beginning with the story, I'm going to give you some information about the author or the writer of this book. I'm going to share the screen. I would like to inform you that there is no need for you to write anything down now. I'll be giving you all this information as usual. So I want everybody to be very attentive in the session. That would be more than enough. All right. Please wait. Meanwhile, those who have not taken the textbook and page number, please do that. Be ready with that. Once again, Tejashri, unmute and tell me the title of the story.
Want to write in the book?
Textbook. Ihsan, textbook, page number 13. Sheza, unmute and tell me this title of the story. Ahlam, Sheza, unmute and tell me the title of the story.
Okay.
What is it?
Man's Cup.
Is it?
Finding the man cub.
Finding the Man Cub. Yes. The title of the story is Finding the Man Cub. And my dear students, let me tell you one very important thing. This story is taken from the very famous book. And I believe most of you must have watched the movie series on that. And the title of the book is The Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Yes, B-O-O-K, book.
Jungle Book.
Yes. It is not Jungle Book. It is The Jungle Book. The name of the book is The Jungle Book. The Jungle Book. And the author. Who can tell me who is an author? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Writer.
Writer. Who writer? What does the writer write?
Book.
Books. Yes.
Book.
Authors or writers write books. And the author of this particular book titled The Jungle Book is Rudyard Kipling. R-U-D-Y-A-R-D. Rudyard Kipling. K-I-P-L-I-N-G. Who's the author of this book, The Jungle Book?
Rudyard Kipling.
Rudyard Kipling. He is a very famous author or writer of children's books. Have you seen the movie The Jungle Book?
Yeah. I see.
Cartoon series? Cartoon series? Oh my, you are making a lot of noise. I cannot understand anything. So I will mute your devices, right? That's sad. You all are good children, right? So you must speak one at a time. Otherwise, how am I going to understand who is saying what? No, I'll get all confused. Right? I'll take half of one child's answer and half from the other child's answer. Is that going to work properly then? No. So I'll mute your devices. That is better, right? Okay, fine. Now, Stenin, unmute and tell me who is the author of this book. Stenin, where are you? Stenin, unmute. I want only Stenin to unmute and tell me the answer. Stenin, unmute. Only Stenin, unmute. Come on, be fast.
Rudyard Kipling.
What is the title of the book? Title of the book.
The Man's Cup.
Book. The title of the book. Book. Yes, The Jungle Book. And who's the author, as you said? Say again. Author.
Rudyard Kipling.
Yes, Rudyard Kipling is the author of the book, The Jungle Book. All right. And let me tell you one thing. This book titled The Jungle Book is a collection of short stories about animals that lived in the jungle and how they took care of that little boy. Do you remember the name of the boy? Yes, Shaza, unmute. Shaza, unmute. Mowgli. The name of the boy is Mowgli. Very good. Okay, fine. Now, see, in the title of the story, it is written as man cub. Man cub. Please repeat the word. Man cub. Right. Man cub. Right. Adi Shankar, unmute and tell me, what is the young one of the lion or tiger called? Adi Shankar, unmute. Adi Shankar, unmute. Yes. Tell me, what is the young one of a lion or tiger called as? Cub. Very good. But did you notice that in the title of this story, it is mentioned finding the man cub? Why is it so? Can you tell me? Man cub. Why is the term man cub used here? Can you tell me, Adi Shankar? If you don't know, you can say, no, I have no problem. I'll help you. Are you able to tell me? I think Kesina wants to answer. Okay, Kesina, unmute. Kesina, unmute and try. Yes, Kesina.
One day the baby accidentally come to the forest.
I'm not asking you about the story, my dear Kesina. I want to tell you what is the meaning of the term man cub. I want you to tell me what is the meaning of the term man cub here in the title of this story. Why are we using the term man cub? Yes, Kesina. Who else can tell me? Yes, Meha, unmute and try. Meha, unmute and try.
Ever saw that baby?
Now, why are you narrating the story to me? I don't want to hear the story, Meha. I'm asking, why is the term man cub mentioned there? Okay, Jovial, unmute and try.
Ma'am,
Yes. Sorry?
man is in a cup.
Man is in a cub. Is that what you said? No, my dear. No, no, no. Who can try? Okay, Ishan, try. Try, unmute.
Child of a man.
A child
Of a man.
of a man, all right. But is the child or young one of a man called a cub?
No.
No. Then what is the child of a man or human being called? A child, right? A child of a human being is called a child. Then why is the term man cub being used here? That is what is my question. Who can try to answer that? It is a little twisted question. You have to think and answer. Yes, Adish, try.
Ma'am, the
Yes.
child who lives in forest is called a man cub.
Okay, fine. Good. You are almost right. Very good. Give him a clap for that effort. Wonderful. See, he imagined. You only said that you have watched the series, right? So you know who Mowgli was and how he was raised. Very good, Adish. I'm happy with the way you thought and gave me the answer. Good effort. Okay, this story is about Mowgli, who is a little boy, and he was raised by the animals who lived in the forest. How was he raised? He was raised by the animals who lived in the forest. What is the term for animals living in the forest? Dan, unmute and tell me. What?
What?
Yeah, what do we call the animals which live in the forest? KG, we are learning this.
Ma'am, can you tell the question again?
Yes, I will. What are the animals who live in the forest called as?
Wild animals.
Yes, as simple as that. Wild animals. I think Kesina gave the answer, right?
Yes.
You're not supposed to do that. Still, your answer is correct. Good. Dan, got it? Animals that live in the forest are called wild animals. So, this story of Mowgli is about a boy who was raised by the wild animals. And as the young one of wild animals like lions and tigers called a cub, so we are using the term man cub. That means the young one of a man who is raised by the wild animals just like their own cub. Understood? So the term man cub is being used here in the story. Is it clear to you all now? Yes. Okay. So once again, Aradhya, tell me what is the title of the story?
Finding the man cub.
Very good. Zain, unmute and tell me what is the title of the book?
The Jungle Book.
Very good. Anandita, unmute and tell me who is the author of the book? Yes. Who is the author of the book, Anandita? Yes. Okay, Aiden, try. Anandita forgot?
Yes. Rudyard Kipling.
Rudyard Kipling, right. Got it, Anandita? Please repeat.
Rudyard Kipling.
Kipling, yes. Rudyard Kipling is the author of this book titled The Jungle Book, and it is a collection of stories based on events related to wild animals, okay, who lived in the forest and how they raised a young boy. Right. Now, my dear students, before getting into the actual story, I want to tell you the difference between the phonic sounds made by the letter G. Do you remember the phonic sound of the letter G? G. G says what? G says, what is the sound made by the letter G? Who can tell me? Yes, Ronit, unmute. Ronit, unmute.
Ma'am,
G says,
g,
don't say g, g.
ga.
G. G says G. I'll share the screen and I'll give you that information. G. Okay. So there are two types. The hard G and the soft G. The letter G makes two sounds. The hard G and the soft G. All right. Now, my dear students, when we have the hard G sounds, as in the word flag, F-L-A-G, flag, it gives the G sound there. G. F-L-A-G, flag. Flag. Okay. Then another very simple example is good. G-O-O-D. What is the sound made by the letter G here in the word good?
Good.
G. Yes. But in the softer version, that is words that have the soft G sound, as in the word page, P-A-G-E, does the letter G have the G sound?
No.
No. The soft G version has the J sound. Page, page, cage, rage. Got it? These are words that have the soft G sound. Did you notice the difference?
Yes.
Noticed?
Yes.
Understood? The difference between the soft G and the hard G? Nia, unmute and tell me, give me two examples of words that have the hard G sound.
Flag.
Yes.
Good.
Good. And what is the hard G sound? What or how is the hard G sound?
Flag.
He says G.
G.
G. Flag. G. Good.
Flag.
Flag. Good.
Flag. Good.
G sound. Okay. That is called the hard G sound. Got it? And what about the soft G sound?
Page. Cage.
Page. Cage. So what sound does it make when we use the soft G?
J.
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 J sound. Page,
J.
cage, rage, and so on. Clear? The difference is clear?
H.
Okay, fine. So I'm stopping this sharing here and we will move ahead with the story. Andrea, what is that in your hand? Are you playing with it? Please keep it aside. Andrea Binu. Okay? Yes. Okay, fine. Now I request everybody to move to page number 14. Page number 14. I want Aiden to unmute and start reading. Aiden, unmute and start reading, please.
It was a warm evening in the Seoni
Seoni Hills.
Hills. Father Wolf woke up, yawned,
Yawned. Okay.
yawned, scratched himself and
Scratched.
spread
Aiden, please write. Scratched. S-C-R-A-T-C-H-E-D. Scratched. Scratched. Okay.
scratched
Continue.
himself and spread out his paws.
Okay.
Mother Wolf lay with her grey nose
Okay.
on the back of one of her four squealing
Squealing cubs.
cubs. twinkling cups.
Okay.
The
Then
moon shone into the cave where they all lived.
lived. Where they all lived. Where they all lived. Okay, fine. Aiden, you have read it quite well. Okay, let me explain this paragraph to you. Now, it was a warm evening. It was a warm evening. What time of the day was it when this story is occurring? It was an evening time. Okay, Zain, unmute and tell me the meaning of the word warm. W-A-R-M, warm. Hmm? Warm. Do you drink milk every day, Zain?
Yes.
Do you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. How do you drink it? Cold or hot?
Cold.
Cold. Cold.
Hot.
Hot. Now you are changing it. Decide and tell me, how do you have it?
Hot.
Hot. You must be having hot food, whatever it is, liquid or solid diet. It must be hot or warm. What is the meaning of warm now? Warm. The
Hot.
condition between hot and cold. So that means it should neither be very hot nor be too cold. Okay. Something that we should be able to eat or drink. Warm. Neither too hot nor too cold. The middle situation where it is neither too hot nor too cold. Got it?
Yes.
Yes. So we should be, whatever we are having, we should have it warm. We should
Warm.
have it warm.
Warm.
Okay. Now here we are talking about the weather. It was warm. That means it was neither very cold nor it was very hot. Because what time of the day was it? What time of the day
Evening.
was it? It was
Evening.
evening. And so the weather was neither too cold nor too hot. Okay. And what is the name of the place? Shazan, mute and try. Shazan, mute. What
Yes.
time of the day? Oh, that is over. What is the place? Name of the place?
Seoni Hill.
Seoni Hills. Who gave that answer? Somebody else, right?
Ronix.
Ah, Ronit, your answer is right. But when I am asking someone, please give them a chance to answer, okay? Okay, fine. So, Shaza, tell me, what is the name of the place?
Seon Hills.
Seoni Hills.
Seoni
Seoni Hills.
Hills.
Yes, very good. This event occurred at the Seoni Hills. And Father Wolf woke up. Father Wolf woke up. He yawned and scratched himself. Zain, unmute. Some time back, I saw you yawning. How did you do it? Can you demonstrate it once again to me? Yawning. Once again. Wait, 1 second. Let everybody have a look at you. Please do it again. Can everybody see Zain on the screen? Show me, how do you yawn? Oh my God, that is called stretching. Stretching. Where is the yawn? Yes, now it is perfect. Very good. Okay, so is there anybody in the class who's yawning? Is there anybody? I'm going to come and catch you there. I'll make you run at your places. Come on, all of you, get up. Get up, get up. Get up, get up. Get up, get up. Fast, fast. Run at your places. Come on, run. Run. Think that you're going for a morning running or jogging. Run at your place. Don't go anywhere. Ishan, run at your place. Anna Rose. Yes, that's better. Good. Okay, that yawning, I asked you only for demonstration, not for sitting and yawning here. Okay. Okay, please stop. Now give a clap to yourselves. Good. Very good. Please sit. Please sit. Okay. Now, like you all, when Father Wolf woke up, what did he do? He yawned. What did he do? All of you do and show me. Come on. Yawned. Ah, yes. Okay. Fine. Good. Okay. And then what did he do? He scratched himself. All of you show me, how do you scratch? When a mosquito bites you, how do you scratch yourself? Bites your hand. Oh, very good. Very good. Stenin, good job. Let us have a look. Yes, Stenin, very good. Very good, very good. Can everybody see Stenin? Yes, Shaza, very good. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you, Stenin. Very good. Okay, now what did Father Wolf do? After waking up, he yawned and then he scratched himself. Okay, and then he spread out his paws. Have you seen a cat? Cats are also from the same family. Have you seen a cat spreading out its paws and resting? The front two paws towards the front and the hind legs towards the back. Have you seen animals sleeping or stretching like that? Have you ever seen? No? When they are resting, they stretch their limbs, that is their paws, and then they take rest. Okay. And similarly, Father Wolf also spread out his paws after yawning and scratching himself. Mother Wolf lay with a gray nose. Mother Wolf lay with her gray nose on the back of one of her 4 squealing cubs. What was Mother Wolf doing at that time? She lay. What is the meaning of the word lay? L-A-Y, lay. It is the past tense of the word lie. Lie down. When you feel tired, what do? You lie down on the bed, don't you? Yes? Yes, the past tense of that is lay. L-A-Y, lay. Got it? So where did Mother Wolf lay down? She laid down and she put her gray nose. And she put her gray nose on the back of one of her 4 squealing cubs. So how many cubs did Mother Wolf have? Vedika? Okay. Yes, Vedika, unmute and tell me. I cannot hear. Rahul, unmute. Rahul, unmute. Rahul, unmute and tell me.
Yes, ma'am.
How many cubs did Mother Wolf have?
4.
4. And what were the cubs doing at that time? What were the cubs doing at that time?
That
Squealing. Squealing. What were they doing?
squealing.
Right. What is the meaning of the word squealing? Making a long squeaking sound. Okay. Who are making the squealing sound?
Cub.
How many cubs were there?
4.
4. And what color is Mother Wolf's nose? Ryan Harris, unmute and tell me. What color is Mother Wolf's nose?
Ma'am, white.
No. What color is Mother Wolf's nose? Yes, Dan, unmute and try.
Red.
Gray, yes. Said red there. Not
Gray.
red.
Gray.
Yes, mother wolf's nose was gray in color. Very good. And where did she put her nose? Where did she keep her nose?
Cup.
On the back of,
Cup.
on the back of one of her four-wheeling cups.
Gray.
Yes, and at that time, the moon shone into the cave where they all lived. It was a warm evening. So the moon shone. The past tense of the word shine is shone. S-H-O-N-E, shone. Okay? The past tense of the word shine is shone. The moon shone
Shone.
brightly into the cave where this wolf family lived. Okay, we will stop here at this position. I believe everybody is clear with what we have done today. Are you? Yes? Is it clear to you? Okay, very good. So I want you to read the paragraph today itself. Yes? And try to recollect all the things that happened in this, what we have done today. All right. So with this, we have come to the end of today's session. Thank you very much. See you in the next class. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye.